Yo. Guess it's been quite a while since popped out the good old camera. A few reasons why, I'm not gonna lie, a few reasons why. Let me just make sure that my car is up and running. First and foremost, welcome back. Second and foremost, I need to get some stabilizers for this camera. Holy shit, this wobbling is not gonna last me, but the angle looks pretty cool. But no, where to start? First and foremost, the main reason why I haven't been recording as much, I'm not gonna lie, kind of lost the camera. Not the camera itself, that's a horrible way of putting it. I lost the components for the camera. I didn't have an SD card for a while, and I also didn't have a battery for another while. Not because of anything. My SD card, I completely lost it. I lost one of them, I'll be honest with you. If I remember correctly, there was like barely anything on it. Because I cleaned it out, I made sure of it. But it was just a shame that it got deleted, or they got it lost. That's number one. Number two, I had to find an old one, which took me a while to find, if you believe it or not. And the battery literally, I thought I lost it. It turns out it was just right on in my cabinet, but it was like under a bunch of shit. So that was the first reason. Second reason, motivation. I was still going to the gym. I prioritize the gym over a lot, like more content creator than anything, right? So I'm not saying I'm a content creator at all, because I'm like super bad at it, but I like to train more than I like to record. So if I'm not feeling it, I'm just not going to. And well, I haven't been feeling it, so that's that. Number three, well, I forgot when the last time we left off with the car situation, but I've gone through a few cars. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of car issues. I think one of the cars that we started off this whole channel with, the transmission just gave up on us. And then the other car we got, it's lasting. This bumpy ass road. I have no idea why I took this. Actually, no, this was the only route I had to take. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick it here. Second car, the radiator was bad, so we replaced it. Turns out it wasn't the radiator, it was something deep within like the engine, because it kept burning coolant. And so we replaced it. One day it slipped my mind to replace it, and as I was coming back from the gym, it fucking, like, steam was coming out of the engine, right? And then after that, we just kept getting problems after problems with the coolant and with the engine. And I was very blessed that it lasted me the whole summer. And literally, like, the first day of my second to last semester, it like completely gave up on us. So when you pop the engine, or when you pop open the hood, right, the engine for the RAV4, for the Toyota RAV4, if you're replacing the head gasket, basically the head gasket is connected, you know, with the oil and then the coolant department. So there was a crack that was causing it to leak coolant into the engine, right? And the reason we knew this was because when we did an oil change, it came out as a cappuccino. So yeah, we knew as soon as we saw that. Me, my dad, and the mechanic that was there, we all three just looked at each other and we were like, yeah, this shit's fucked. And so after that, we had to get it home somehow. So what ended up happening was my dad and some of his buddies, they tied a rope to the front of the car, right? Like, there was like a thing. And then they had one of the trucks just pull it to the driveway, and then we had to sell it somehow, you know. We had to get the guy from Facebook Marketplace. We told him, he was like, hey, you know, the car won't start, you need to bring something. So we did not get the best price for it, but we got rid of it. Which brings us to this car. Everything is fine with it, right? Super new, like 38,000 miles. So it's fine, it's amazing, it's gonna last us, hopefully, you know. As long as nothing crazy happens, knock on wood, we'll be fine. And so then, for like, I think like a whole month, I was just taking the train to school. So that was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie to you. And yeah, that's kind of where I've been. I was gonna start recording last month, but like I said, a lot of stuff was happening, a lot of personal shit just came at me all at once, right? But where we are right now is last semester. So after this semester, I'll be officially engineer in electricity and computers. So I'll have a bachelor's and hopefully a job in my field. But yeah, we're chilling. And also, well, yeah, that's that. Life-wise, that's where I'm at. Right now I'm working as a part-time at as a cook. So so some of the days that I go to school, I go to work, and then you know how that goes. So yeah. Now let's move on to the session, the gym. Where are we at there, right? We talk about my life. Let's see where we go from here. New gym. I'm realizing that like every time I start this camera up, I usually have a new gym. So this is an amazing gym. Love training there. Or I've just started training there, sorry. I was looking for a 24-hour gym just because working as a cook. Now these hours are fucking wacky. Like my shift ends at midnight, and sometimes I have school in the morning, or I just have to do stuff in the morning, so I don't have time to go to the gym in the morning like I used to. So I have to go like basically after work. So I need a 24-hour gym. There was no 24-hour gyms in my area that I really liked, right? Like there was like, you know, Anytime Fitness, but I kind of wanted something a bit more premium than that, like machine wise and like environment, you know. And the only really two areas that were feasible in my opinion was two gyms. One's like more north and the other one is more south. And so I took a trip to both of them when I could, right? So on my day off. So on my day off I went up north, checked out the gym. It was more like powerlifting-ish, right? It was big enough that they had both powerlifting and bodybuilding equipment, but it was very much catered towards powerlifters. So, you know, I was like, it's all right. You know, like some of the, like most of the machines were pretty good. It was like all prime, so it was like just one lineup of prime machinery, so that's pretty good. And this other gym that I, you know, just came now from, it's a bit, like I've known about this gym for a while now. It's been really not, I've always wanted to come here. I just never really had like the money nor the necessity. So now that I have some of the money and I really have the necessity, I bit the bullet and I said, fuck it. I scheduled a tour because that's the only way to get into the gym apparently. Talked to the guy, you know, we came up with a price and here we are. I've been going to this gym for like about a week now, not gonna lie. For the first week I kind of just like got to know the area because there's just so many machines. It's not so big, but like there's just so many machines that I need to get acquainted with, just like to see what I like, what I don't like. Some of the machines I've already tried, so I know I'm gonna like those, but I'm also trying some machines that I've never tried before to see if I like them or not, right? So I gave myself like a week of a grace period. I didn't want to record too much. Holy guacamole, that was so bright. Oh my god, I was so Jesus. Look, I got flashbang or a fucking vampire or some shit. But can we fit here? I don't think so. No, you can go though. So now that we are like back to hitting it, you know, hardcore. I already tried out most of the machines. I know what I like, I know what I don't like. So I'm excited to like, you know, take you guys through it and see how far I can go in this new gym, right? I'm really glad that today, I'm pretty sure you guys will see it, I found I was looking for also for lighting spots. Like I wanted to see which one was the best. I found it. The only con, I guess, in some people's eyes would be that I'm only really gonna come to this gym at night. It's about 2:37 in the morning. That's really the only time I really have available to come to the gym. Like, don't get me wrong, I want this in my head. I have like a routine, right? Like, once I get done with my morning session, the gym kind of falls in the afternoon. But for example, tomorrow I should be able to come in the afternoon, right? Because one of my classes got canceled. But if I don't want to, I feel like I need to eat one more meal or like get more of studying in, I'll just do that. And I really don't mind coming late at night. I know it's not the best, I guess, like maybe recovery and sleep wise, if I'm not like sleeping fully my 8 hours, but most of the time I am getting my 8 hours, right? My classes start in the afternoon. They start at 3:50, so I'm able to sleep in, or not sleep in, but just get my 8 hours of sleep if I go to the gym this late, right? It's 2:38. I'll get home, shower, eat something light. It'd probably be like, well, we'll say 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. I wake up at 11. Not the best, right? Waking up at 11, but I get my 8 hours of sleep, and I already have like stuff prep so that it doesn't like bother me too much. But yeah, cool apartment for sale. Let's take a picture of that. But that's where we're at, gym wise. Today was arms, if you guys. So yeah, talk about that workout. I'm just like keep this moving right as we get home. The workout was awesome. I'll tell you that. The workout was awesome. I hold up. Thank you. The workout was awesome. Doing like the single, so there's no real good single arm like curl that I can find in the gym. They only really have like 2 machines. One's Hammer Strength, the other one's like another brand. I don't really like the other brand too much, so I just stuck with dumbbells. So just incline, right? Super getting that deep stretch in the bicep. I could do cables, don't get me wrong, and I might, but I just have I'm riding this like dumbbell kick, so I'm gonna stick with it. What's this red thing? This. So we did, I call them incline dumbbell curls, and then we did, I'm gonna start it. So since I can't do like the machine single arm curl variation, I'm doing dumbbells, and I'm moving on to more of a compound movement with like a barbell, a weighted barbell. I don't really like doing straight bar. I have like this thing with my wrist that just doesn't like it, so I'm gonna just do the one with the curves, right? That felt fucking awesome, I'll tell you that. Moving on, we did do the Preacher Hammer Strength curl, right? It's plate loaded, just pretty good. It feels good. I will have to mess around with it, like with my grip and like cues. I think I was watching the video back, and like I think I like curl my wrist in. I might have been cutting the movement too short, so if I like do like more of a disc grip, whatever that is, that'll be better. Hammer curls are always a staple. I feel it like the most up here, or like I really feel my brachialis work, I'm not gonna lie. For my triceps have always been a staple. Like, these movements are, I don't think will ever change. I just love them so much. But single arm, tricep extensions, push downs, no, extensions, sorry. Like, those are, I love them. I love going like, I don't like having them done on cables, like the full stack. I like when the cable's like super heavy, because it forces me to really like focus on like the tricep. I'm not really just moving the weight, I'm actually working the muscle more. That's how I look at it. JM press, same thing. Keeping like a really like close grip as much as I can, that's comfortable, and then just like keeping my elbows tucked in as much. Like, I would, in the past, I would kind of just like flare them out and just trying to like do as much weight as possible, thinking that, you know, I'm working it. But I found now that I used more like forearm and chest and like front delt, My triceps did get work, but I just didn't feel them as much. But when I lightened the weight and I progressed from there, like keeping my elbows tucked in, a world of a difference. Overhead on the cable, that like cable setup, I'm a big fan of it. I love it. Apple, they had the same thing. It was a machine, right? I love that setup. And then upstairs, I like it because they have like this machine that I found. It was like hidden away, but it's too close to this fucking gym, by the way. And then upstairs, they have that machine that you guys saw. That machine's awesome. I thought I was like getting like transported, sorry. That machine is awesome. It felt great. And then for my shoulders, so on arm days, I usually just do bicep and triceps, right? But I'm obviously want to incorporate more, I want to do more shoulder work. So on my arm days, I'll do like lateral raises. I'll just do one set. I'm thinking of just doing doing 2 variations. So I'll do the dumbbells, and I want to go downstairs and I want to do the like a cable variation. I'm like, in my head, I know which one I want to do. I can't get that full deep range of deep stretch, but I can work around it. I think it'll look a bit weird, but it's fine. And then on my chest days, I'll do like more shoulder press. I'll do like 2 variations of shoulder press, and then for back, I'll do 2 variations of rear delts, right? If you guys are like wondering like what's the best thing to do, in my opinion, the camera's about to cut out, but in my opinion, I would prioritize rear delt and lateral raises. I think your rear delts will give you that cap 3D look from the back and from the sides, and then lateral raises will just make you look wider, right? But yeah, I'm super excited to be recording this videos with you guys. I think on my rest days, I'll just do like full days of eating so that I have something to record, and I'm like on the habit of like recording with the camera and shit like that, right? But yeah, I'm super excited for this new year. See where everything comes up, see how everything comes out, sorry. You know, seeing where I'm at like in a few months from here, you know, school-wise, gym-wise, everything. I'm still cutting, so you know, we'll see. Like, I'll progressively get more leaner, hopefully, right? This is nice. I've been recording for like 18 minutes and like I'm almost home. So to here and to now, or to here and to then, let's have a kick-ass year. And I hope you guys are all doing your cardio, eating your meals, and being awesome and going to the gym and training to failure. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a full day of eating, actually. Bye!